Good evening, everyone. This is Robert RJL 518 welcoming you back to Inside Pitch. The 1976 season is once again back on the air. After a terrific All-Star game, it is time to restart this awesome season. It is now the second half of the season. Now the playoff push can begin. We start off with a pretty good game tonight. We are in Arlington Stadium as the New York Yankees take on the Texas Rangers. So all you Yankee fans or Yankee haters, either way you like, you get to watch the Yankees play tonight. Since this is the beginning of the playoff push, let's take a look at the standings right now at the All-Star break. The New York Yankees have a record of 59-22. They are definitely going to win the American League East. I don't see them losing this at all. The Red Sox are a very healthy second place. Baltimore is in third in the division. Cleveland only 2 games back of third place. Remember, the top 3 teams each division make the playoffs. So Cleveland very much alive. Milwaukee hanging on for dear life. Detroit pretty much done. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics have a good lead on the Twins by 6 wins. California, Kansas City, and Texas right now, all 3 of these are fighting for that third spot. The White Sox, 10 wins out of the third spot, pretty much done. In the National League East, the Philadelphia Phillies only have a 1-win lead on the Mets, but the Mets, however, have 41 losses. The Phillies have 33, so the Phillies have not played in much games. The Mets really are 3.5 back. Pittsburgh, actually by virtue of percentage points, is actually in second place over the Mets. The Cardinals are 41 wins, still alive. The Cubs barely holding on. They're about 9 wins back of third. The Montreal Expos are done. The Cincinnati Reds have a very good lead on the National League West. They should win this division. San Francisco, 46 wins, overachieving, as pretty much in the historical year, they were pretty much out of it by this time. Padres, Astros, and Dodgers very much alive for third. So a lot can happen here as we now begin the playoff push for July and August as we move into September for the actual pennant race. So I thought I'd give you guys, see what's happening now at the All-Star break, as now we will be looking at standings. So let's see, baseball demos, Bob's Tabletop Sports, BBBB, B.R. Wells joins us here at Arlington Stadium for tonight's game. Welcome, my friends, for a game of Inside Pitch. Got a good game tonight. It's going to be the Yankees and the Rangers as we get things started. Starting pitcher for the Texas Rangers tonight is the master of the spitball, Gaylord Perry. 15 wins, 14 losses, 3.24 ERA. He gets the call tonight for the Rangers. For those of you who didn't see my All-Star game, I recommend you do catch it. It was fun to play, but now it's time to get back to real baseball. Top of the first, leading off for the Yankees, center fielder Mickey Rivers. Mick the Quick, 312 average, 8 homers, 67 RBIs, and 76. Are you guys ready to start the second half of the season? Let's get to it. Steeler fan joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Let's play some ball. First pitch to start the second half of the season is underway. 3-6, that's blank. Rivers will swing 4-2. Base hit past the shortstop. And Mickey Rivers starts off with a single. He will head down to first. And the next batter will be left fielder Roy White. 286 average, 14 homers, 65 RBIs. The infield moves halfway. Rivers, a very good chance to steal an 8 or lower. And nope, that's a 10. That is a hit and run possibility, though, for Roy White. That is a good hit and run possibility, and why not? Hit and run will be on. Rivers actually has a pretty good chance to steal in case it misses. So hit and run is going on. Perry will pitch. 6-5, strikeout 3, got him. So we do have so Roy White strikes out, and there goes Rivers. So Rivers is on his way to second on a failed hit and run. 17 minus 4 is 13. The catcher for the Rangers is Fahey. It's a 0. But on a failed hit and run, it's a -2. So the 17 minus 4, it's a 1-11 now for Rivers to steal second. And he is out of there. And he would have been out of there no matter how hard he's thrown. That is a big throw by Bill Fay. He throws to second, and Rivers is gunned down on a 20. Ricky Henderson would have been caught out on that 20. So a strike him out, throw him out. And we get 2 outs. Wow. Good way to start there. Next batter for the Yankees will be the catcher, Thurman Munson. May he rest in peace. 302 average, 17 homers, 105 RBIs. So we got a good one here tonight. We shall see what happens. Perry will pitch 4-4, and that's at the park. Arlington Stadium will say 5-6. That's a ground out to first, and the inning is over. No runs for the Yankees. They do get a hit, and we go to the bottom of the first. The Yankees historically won this game 7-6, 22 hits. The Yankees had 7 runs, 13 hits and no errors. The Rangers, 6 runs, 9 hits, and 3 errors. So they played a sloppy game in this on this day historically. Bottom of the first, starting pitcher for the New York Yankees will be Ed Figueroa. 19 wins, 10 losses, 3.02 ERA. Leading off for the Rangers, left fielder Gene Clines. 276 average, no homers, and 38 RBIs that year. Figueroa will pitch. 1-1, double question mark. Clines is a righty. A 1-5 is an automatic out. That's an 8. It becomes a blank. Clines will swing 5-2 against a righty. Leadoff double into center field. Clines bangs that off the center field wall in Arlington, and he will go to second base. Arlington Stadium adds 1 to strikeouts, but that is all it does. So a leadoff runner on second for the Rangers. And here is the second baseman, Lenny Randle, 224 average, a homer, 51 RBIs. The infield will stay back. See if anything happening on a strat. The 20, Figueroa turns around, fires to second, and no. Clines barely gets back on a 4, and that would have been a pickoff error if that was a 3. So Clines gets back, but Figueroa will now pitch to Randle. And that is a 2-6, and that is a walk plus 10, and that will walk Randle. So Figueroa gives up a leadoff double and now a walk. So runners at first and second here with nobody out. And that will bring up my favorite player in this 76 replay. Here's the first baseman, Mike Hargrove, the human rain delay. Hargrove, 287 average, 7 homers, 58 RBIs. Hargrove steps into the batter's box. Now he steps out, pulls it, goes and reaches into his pocket, pulls out a mirror, takes a look at himself, pulls out a brush, takes off his helmet, brushes his hair right and all over. Doesn't like what he sees, does it again. Now he puts the brush away, puts the mirror back in his pocket, shines the helmet a bit. Now he sets in the batter's box. Let's see if anything happening on strat. And that is a 12, nothing happening. Figueroa will pitch. 5-4, error on a grounder. The infield is halfway, by the way. Hargrove, 6-2. That is a ground ball to second base. So we see if there's an error there. And that is hit to Sandy Alomar. Alomar's error rating is a 9. That's a 4. That's going to be an error on Sandy Alomar. Alomar picks it up, and the ball just falls out of his hand. And that's going to be a 1-base error. Everybody is safe. Stadium cheers. EA! That's going to be an E4 on Sandy Alomar. That's the first error on the Yankees. Sandy Alomar playing second base. Remember, Willie Randolph is hurt, as he was an all-star, but he is injured right at this moment. So bases are loaded, and it looks tough here for the Yankees. And here's the right fielder, Jeff Burrows. Burrows, 237 average, 18 homers, 86 RBIs. So the Rangers are starting off pretty well. Let's see what happens. Let's see, will there be the infield is going to stay halfway. The Yankees are going to try to turn 2. Anything on the strat? Night 13 says a no. Figueroa will pitch. 1-3 against the righty. Strikeout 12. No strikeout. Burrows will swing. 1-3, star 4, and that's a ground ball to third. They're going to try for the double play. So Kleins, of course, is coming home. So let's see here. Ground ball to third. So double play 3, 2, 3. Second base, Alomar is a 0. A 1-3. The Yankees turn the double play. No. Kleins will come in to score. Randall goes to second. And Hargrove, that is a 4. Hargrove is thrown out at second. Burrows makes first, but the Rangers are on the board first, and it is 1-0. So 1-0 runners at first and third now on a fielder's choice, but that does bring in a run as they could not turn the double play. Next batter for the Rangers, shortstop Toby Harrah, and he gets a very nice ovation here at Arlington Stadium. Toby Harrah, of course, my All-Star MVP from the 76 All-Star game. I'm not going to spoil for anyone who's not watched it, but he is the All-Star MVP for the American League in that All-Star game. Toby Harrah gets a very nice ovation from the crowd here at Arlington. Harrah, 260 average, 15 homers, 67 RBIs. The infield is still going to stay halfway. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. That is an 8. That is a no. Figueroa will pitch, and that is a 2-4. Range play. Harrah will swing. 3-2. That's a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Nettles. Nettles has great range. His range is a 5, but with the infield halfway, it's a 4. No, it's going to get past him. Is that going to be a single or a double? That's going to be a single. It just gets past Nettles. A base hit for Harrah. Randall will come in to score. Burrows' base running rating is a 2. That becomes a single 5. There's no way Burrows can get to third. He will stay there. Harrah gets a base hit, and the Rangers now lead 2-0 here in the first. RBI single by Harrah. And he gets a real nice ovation from the crowd for that. So Figueroa having some trouble here with the Rangers in the first inning. Of course, the error didn't help much. Next batter for the Rangers, third baseman Roy Howell. 253 average, 8 homers, 53 RBIs, and 76. The infield is still staying halfway. That is a 2. Nothing happening. Figueroa will pitch. 2-2. Strikeout 2. Got him. He gets Howell. First strikeout for Figueroa. He had 119 of them. So now 2 outs. And coming up next for the Rangers will be their designated hitter, Joe LaHoud. He'll be traded to he was traded from the California Angels. So he is on the Rangers for the rest of the year. Joe LaHoud, 200 average, a homer, 9 RBIs. 2 outs. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. That is a 2. Again, a no. Figueroa will pitch. 6-6. Possible error. LaHoud, 2-1. That's a ground ball to first base. That ball is hit to Chambliss. His error rating is a 4. That's a 17. He's got it. He'll toss it to Figueroa to get the out, and the inning will end on the grounder to first. 2 runs for the Rangers on 2 hits and 1 error after 1. Rangers already ahead 2-0. Top of inning number 2 coming up. Leading off for the Yankees, first baseman Chris Chambliss, 293 average, 17 homers, 96 RBIs to start the top of the second. I'm enjoying the 86 set and inside pitch. Just not sure what to do with it. You can do anything with it. You can do anything with it, my friend Dave. 5-5 from Perry. That's a double question mark. Chambliss a lefty. A 1-17 is an automatic out. That's a 13. That is going to be an automatic out. That is a 1, and it's going to be a ground out to second. So Gaylord Perry right now throwing spitballs and shine balls. Next up for the Yankees, their designated hitter, Carlos May. 259 average, 3 homers, 43 RBIs. Perry with the pitch. 2-3. Walk. 11. Yes, he does walk May. May will trot down to first. First walk issued by Perry. He had 49 of them that year. Very dangerous third baseman coming up in Greg Nettles. 254 average, 32 bombs, 93 RBIs. Nettles was a beast that year. And he was very dangerous against right-handed hitting. Right-handed pitching, I should say. Let's see. Infield will go halfway. May. A 2 or lower, he could try to steal. 18 says no. Perry will pitch. 1-4, range play. Nettles will swing. 3-2. Against a righty. Kaboom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep to center field. And that ball is gone. Home run for Greg Nettles. That is a straight H8 on a 3-2 against a righty, and there is no range play on a home run. That is completely gone, and with one big bomb, this game is tied at 2. Stadium groans. Ugh. So Greg Nettles just gets all of that one. Not really a mistake by Perry. That's just all Nettles as he goes ahead and bombs that one into center field, and we are tied at 2. My Basement Media Productions joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Next batter for the Yankees, right fielder Oscar Gamble. 232 average, 17 homers, 57 RBIs. That was not really a mistake by Perry. That was just all Nettles. You get it play like that. That was just all power. Perry will go ahead and pitch. 6-1, that's blank. Gamble will swing. 6-1, ground out to second. And that is out number 2. Yeah, I'm recovered, not a problem. I mean, my voice is all right. I usually like to take the breaks. Next batter will be second baseman for the Yankees, Sandy Alomar. Willie Randolph is injured. Alomar, 239 average, a homer, 10 RBIs. Perry, 2-4. Home run, question mark. Alomar, a switch hitter. He'll be hitting from the left side. A 1-16. That is a 4. It passes. But against a right-hander, however, Alomar has a 0. So there's no home run by Alomar there. It's going to be a 1-4, and Alomar slaps it right back to Perry, who puts up his glove to save his face, and he makes the catch at the line out to the pitcher. Inning over. 2 runs for the Yankees on one big jack by Greg Nettles. We go to the bottom of the second, tied at 2. Now these games are even more important as we move through as we now begin the playoff push. Bottom of the second. Leading off for the Rangers will be center fielder Dave Moats, 241 average, no homers, 13 RBIs. He is in center for this game. Figueroa will pitch, and that is a 4-6. That's a blank. Moats will swing away, 3-4, and he flies out to right. Out number 1. And that will bring up the catcher, Bill Fahey. 250 average, a homer, 9 RBIs. Didn't get many starts, but he is in today's game. Brian Patterson joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Figueroa with the pitch. 4-2, strikeout 3, got him. That's strikeout number 2 for Ed. And now the top of the order for Kleins. Kleins got a leadoff double to start the game off. Came in on a score. Figueroa, 2-2, strikeout 8. Yes, he gets him on that 8, struck him out, and the inning is over. A much better job by Figueroa. And 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers, tied at 2 after 2. For those of you who don't know much about Inside Pitch, I am using the beta charts that me and Chris actually work together with a whole bunch of others, including John Brewer, a guy named Alfonso, some many great guys out there who do a great job in helping Chris Davis improve this great game of baseball. Top of the third, leading off for the Yankees will be their shortstop, Jim Mason. Only batted 180, had a homer, 14 RBIs, but he is the starting shortstop today. Perry will pitch. 1-5, that's a blank. Mason will go ahead and swing. 3-6, star 3, ground out to first. Out number 1. Here brings up Mick the Quick. Mickey Rivers thrown out, got a base hit to start the game off, but he was thrown out at second on a failed hit and run. Perry will pitch. 5-4, strikeout 6. Yes, gets him. Struck out Mick the Quick. And that is strikeout number 2 for Gaylord Perry. He had 143 of them that year. Next batter will be White. White is 0 for 1. Perry swings away. Pitches away, I should say. 3-1, that's a blank. He's not tired. White will swing away. 1-5, base hit to left. White will go to first on a single. Keeps the inning alive. And now the very dangerous Thurman Munson. Munson is 0 for 1. Infield is normal. Let's see. White does have a steal chance, a 5 or lower. That is a 10, no. White will pitch. Perry will pitch. 2-3, that's a walk. 11, that's too high. Munson will swing away. 5-6, star 4. He grounds it to third, and the throw is going to go to second to get White, and that will end it. No runs for the Yankees. They do get a hit as we go to the bottom of the third. Next up, leading up for the Rangers will be Randall. Randall walked his first time up. Figueroa. And that is a 6-3. That's an automatic out. That's going to be a star 6 and a fly out to right. So Randall goes quietly. Out number 1. Here comes Mike Hargrove. He's coming up to bat. Hargrove reached on an error his first time up. Hargrove steps into the batter's box. Now he steps out of the batter's box. Pulls out his cell phone. Oh, wait a minute. They didn't have cell phones in 76. Pulls out his notebook. Takes a look at all the women that's in his black. It's a black book. Takes a look at all the women that's in his black book. Checks them off a few. Decides to go to the crowd. Finds a beautiful lady in the Arlington Stadium crowd. Gets her phone number. Puts it in the black book. Now he puts the black book away. Takes off his gloves. Makes sure they're clean. Puts his gloves back on. Now he steps in the batter's box and is ready. Figueroa will pitch. 3-2, that's a blank. Hargrove will swing. 2-3, base hit, pass first. A single for Hargrove. I guess that phone number helped. Must have given him a little extra oomph in his bat. Base hit for Hargrove. He will make it to first. Second time he's been on base. Next batter is Toby Harrah. He got him. I'm sorry, nope, I'm bad. Jeff Burrows is the next batter. Go switch them up. Jeff Burrows is up. He grounded to a fielder's choice first time up. Infield halfway. Check to see if Hargrove doing anything. I doubt it. Nope. Figueroa will go ahead and pitch. 3-2. That's a blank. Burrows will swing. 1-3. Star 4. That's a ground ball to third. Did they turn the double play? 3-2-3. Second base. Alomar is a 0. 1-3. No. Hargrove will make it to second on the 6. The throw was only go to first. Burrows is out. 2 down. So Hargrove is now at second base. Now here's Toby Harrah. Harrah had a 2 RBI single that brought in the 2 runs for the Rangers. Toby Harrah, the All-Star MVP. Anything on the strat? 15 says a negative. Figueroa 2-1. Range play at the park. Arlington Stadium says 3-3. That's a star 6. That's a fly ball to right field. That's going to Oscar Gamble. That is a range play. A 1-3. He makes it. And yes, Oscar Gamble gets on his high horse, but he makes it relatively easily. Needed a 3 or lower. He got a 1, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So that just goes as a fly out to right. So no runs. There was a hit for the Rangers after 3. We're still tied at 2. We go to the top of the 4th. You just bought the 76 version. Do you need an inside pitch version in order to determine division winners? So I just bought the 76 version. Do you also need an inside pitch version in order to determine division winners? How do you mean inside pitch version in order to determine division winners? I don't understand the question. You just bought the inside pitch 76 season. And obviously I'm sure you have all the parts, so you have the main game. All right. But I guess I have to clarify the question for me. Top of the fourth, Chris Chambliss leads off for the Yankees. He is 0 for 1. Perry will pitch. 5-4. That's a strikeout for got him. He will get Chambliss, and that is the third strikeout for Perry. Got him with the spitball on that one. The umpire, of course, didn't see anything. Here's Carlos May. May walked his first time up. So Perry will pitch to May, and that is a 3-3. That's a possible error. May will swing 6-5. That's a ground ball to second base, and that is hit to Lenny Randall. His error rating is a 9. That's an 18. He won't make an error. He will throw to first for out number 2. Now here's Greg Nettles. Nettles bombed a home run his last time up. And that was on his own power. So he's 1 for 1 with a homer. Perry will go ahead and pitch. 3-4 against a lefty. That's a blank. Nettles will go ahead and swing. 4-6. Base hit to right field. Nettles keeps the inning alive with a single. Nettles will trot to first. And that will bring up Gamble. Gamble is 0 for 1. The infield will stay back, 2 outs. You just bought same season. I never played the game. How do you know winners of games you don't play? How do you get to 4 division winners? You're asking me how I do it. Well, if you stay with me, if you'll stay with me through the game, you'll see the 10-minute ticker in action because everything is done cards and dice, no electronics. So you'll see if you stick with me there, BBBB, you will see how it's done. So Nettles on it first. Let's see. Gamble is at the plate. There are 2 outs. You see, Steeler fan in my chat, all he cares about is a 10-minute ticker. He couldn't care less about the game unless it's his Astros, who won my 1985 World Series, by the way. Not a problem, BBBB. Not a problem. I love the picture of the dog. Nettles on it first. Let's see. Anything on the strat first? No. Perry will pitch. 1-1. That's an error on a throw. Gamble. 5-3. That's a fly out to right. There won't be an error there. That's a fly to right field, and that will do it. Again, no runs and a hit for the Yankees. They strand Nettles at first. And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. So bottom of the fourth inning. And here is Roy Howell leading off for Texas. He's 0 for 1. See, all Steeler fan can care about is a 10-minute ticker. He doesn't care anything else. Just as Astros, who won the 1985 World Series, my 1985 season, which I did. You can check out my channel, BBBB. I got a 1994 restart with Payoff Pitch. 1985 season with Payoff Pitch, then switched to inside pitch. Got 76. Plus, I got one and gone tournaments. Check them out. You'll like what you see, I hope. And I've gotten some very crazy games. And some of the games were wacky. You never know here. Figueroa will pitch. That's a 2-5. Strikeout 12. Yes, gets Howell. Struck him out. Strikeout number 4 for Figueroa. And that's the second time Howell's gone down on 3 pitches. Here's Joe LaHoud. LaHoud is 0 for 1. Figueroa, 6-3. That's an automatic out. Star 3, ground out to second. And that is out number 2. And the next batter will be Moats. Moats is 0 for 1. Figueroa will pitch 1-1. That's a double question mark. That 18 is going to be too high for either side, so that's going to be an automatic blank. Moats will swing 3-5, and he grounds it to second base. And a very easy inning for Figueroa, as he has definitely calmed down since the first. After 4, still tied at 2. I do recommend there, BB, that if you do order a season, please make sure you download the fringe players from the website. You will need those players for season replays. You will need them. So I recommend downloading them from the website, for 76. Print them out on cardstock. He uses 100. If you don't have any, he uses 110 cardstock. Mine are used the same. And definitely use them. And, of course, that's the best way to do this. You have all the players. The one thing about Inside Pitch and Payoff Pitch and a couple of other game companies they card every player. Unlike some others out there that do not card every player. And in my opinion, that is just absolutely frustrating. When you don't card every player, that's a little frustrating. What is it you got with Bill Swift, Steeler fan? What did Bill Swift do to you? Come on, Matt. What did Bill Swift ever do to you? Poor Bill Swift. Never did anything to you. Poor Swift. If you're wondering why Steeler fan doesn't like Bill Swift, BB, check out my Payoff Pitch 1994 National League wildcard playoff between the Giants and the Astros. No spoilers. Check that out if you'd like to see why he hates Bill Swift so much. Top of the 5th, Sandy Alomar leads off for the Yankees. And he is 0 for 1. Perry, 4-3, walk, 1. Yep, easily. Then Alomar will trot the first on a walk. And that is the second walk issued by Perry. Here's Jim Mason. Infield will move to half. Alomar has a very good chance to steal, a 9 or lower. No, a 16 is a negative. Mason, though, is a 5 bunt rating. Do I bunt him over? You know what? Yes, Mason only has a 180 average. I'm going to call a bunt by Jim Mason. So the bunt is on. So here comes the bunt. And the infield is halfway. They're not going to expect corners. They're not going to expect a bunt by Mason. So the infield stays half. So there won't be any changes to the bunt. So let's see what happens on a bunt. Perry will pitch. That is a 2-2. Strikeout. Mason on a bunt. It's halved. So the 14 becomes a 7. Plus 1 is an 8. But you actually add that first. So 15 divided by 2, 7.5. Round down is a 7. That's a 13. So there's not going to be a strikeout. Now let's see what the bunt is. And that is a bunt hit to the first baseman. Jim Mason's bunt rating is a 5. That is a 2, and it's going to be a good bunt. It's going to be a successful sacrifice bunt. So Alomar will go to second, and Mason is out at first for the out. So sacrifice hit there back to first. So he makes the play. The throw to the pitcher covering. And that moves the runner over, and I think that's a good play. So now we have Alomar on at second, and here's Mick the Quick. Mick the Quick is 1 for 2. Infield is back, and we're still 1 out now. Alomar, in order to steal third, needs a 4 or lower. No. Perry will go ahead and pitch. 4-4 at the park. Arlington Stadium says 3-3. That's a star 6. That's going to be a fly out to center. Can Alomar go to third? Let's see. Base running rating's a 3. A fly out to center, -2 is a 1. Center fielder is Moats, -1 is a 0. Got a good arm there. So Alomar is not going anywhere. He's going to stay right where he's at. 2 outs. Here's Roy White. White is 1 for 2 with the single. See if anything happening. That's a 3, but no, I'm not going to send Alomar this time. Leo said it'll take up to 24 hours if we can download anything. I think so. I don't know. All my seasons are printed. I have every season from him, by the way, BB. I have every Inside Pitch season from 1956 to 2020. And I'm waiting him to make some more. So I have every season from him carded that he shipped to me. Trust me, I love this game. Perry will go ahead and pitch. And that's a 3-2. Strikeout 12. No. White will get the swing. That's a 2-3, and that's grounded to third. The throw will go to first. Side retired. So nothing there. That's the first time in the game the Yankees didn't get a hit in the inning. As Perry keeps them off the scoreboard, we are halfway to the game, tied at 2. Bottom of the 5th. And that will bring up the catcher, Bill Fahey. He's 0 for 1, struck out. So pretty much, and remember, the thing about my seasons, BB, my subscribers choose a vote on the season to be chosen. So 1994 was my choice when I first started it. Then they wanted then they voted for 1985 in a selection show. And now they voted for 1976 in the last one. And I always do a selection show before the start of the World Series in my seasons, of course. I play every other baseball day. You'll see exactly how it works when I get to it. So stick with me there. Bottom of the 5th, tied at 2. Figueroa will pitch 6-1. That's a blank. Fahey will swing 2-5, and that's a ball hit to center field. That is an 8, and that's going to be a double by Bill Fahey. Bill Fahey starts with a leadoff double for the Rangers. He will go to second. Nice double by Bill Fahey. He gets her out for Figueroa. He will trot to second. That'll bring up Kleins. Kleins is 1 for 2, has a double in the game. Let's see, the infield will stay back. Fahey does have a light chance to steal, but not with that 7. Figueroa will pitch. 2-1, range play at the park. Arlington Stadium, 6-1. That is a base hit to right field, but that is a range play. So that ball is hit to Oscar Gamble, and his range is a 3. If he makes it, it turns a single to right into a flyout. Yep, he will get it. That's going to be an out. He turns a single into an out. So that is a flyout to right. However, Fahey's base running rating is a 2. And the flyout to right -1. And Gamble +1. So a 1-2, Fahey could take third. No, he stays at second. So Kleins flies out to right. And let's see what we got next. Next batter is Lenny Randall. Randall is 0 for 1. He did walk earlier. Anything on the bases? Nope. 3 is pretty close, but nope. And I don't hit and run with runners on second. Figueroa will pitch. 1-2 against the lefty switch. That's a blank. Randall will swing. 4-1. Star 2. That's a fly out to center. I don't think Fahey will be able to get to third. Let's see here. Base fly out to center. 2 - 2 is 0. Center fielder is Rivers. Nope. Fahey has to hold at second. No chance. And there are now 2 away. Next batter is Mike Hargrove, the human rain delay. He is 1 for 2, singled and reached on an error. Hargrove steps into the batter's box. Now he steps out of the batter's box. Takes a look at his bat. Shows the bat to the umpire. The umpire says it's a good bat. Get back in the batter's box. Hargrove says, I don't like the bat. I'll be back. Goes back in the dugout. Gets another bat. The girl that gave him his phone numbers whistles at him. He goes over to the new girl in the stands. Talks to her for a minute or 2. I don't know what they're chatting about. I can't see their lips moving from here. And she blows him a kiss. Now Hargrove gets back into the batter's box and gets ready to play. Figueroa will pitch. 4-2, strikeout 10. No, Hargrove will not strike out on that. Swinging away, 1-5, star 1, and he just flies out to left. So I guess the kiss didn't help. No runs, 1 hit for the Rangers as they strand a batter. After 5, still tied at 2. And a good game here to restart the 1976 season after the All-Star break. We move on to the 6th inning. Thurman Munson leads off. Munson is 0 for 2. Perry will pitch. 4-4. That's at the park. Arlington Stadium, 1-2. Star 1, ground out to second. That is out number 1. And now we'll see Chambliss. Chambliss is 0 for 2. Rangers very much alive. Now they're much alive in the American League West. Remember, in my leagues, the top 3 teams each division make the playoffs. Perry will pitch. 5-2. That's a blank. Chambliss swings away. 1-3. Single past short. That'll be a base hit for Chambliss. That's his first hit of the game. And then because of that allows more interesting games later in the year. Here's Carlos May. He is 0 for 1. He walked. The infield will go halfway. Let's see if anything happening on a strat. That is a 1, and that can be a hit and run. May against righties strikes out on an 8. A hit and run is available. Chambliss has a 20. I'm going to call that off, though, because Gaylord Perry, though, has a -4 here. So I'm going to call that off. So Perry's going to pitch. 4-5. Range play at the park. Arlington Stadium getting a lot of work today. 2-3. Single possible double into center field. But it is a range play, so that is hit to Moats. Moats' range is a 2. He's got it. Makes the catch. Out number 2. Nice play by Moats. And that takes away a single plus away from May. And May can't believe it. That becomes a fly out to center. Chambliss has to hold it first. Here's Greg Nettles. Nettles is 2 for 2, a homer and a single. And by the way, though, also BB, if you decide to order his order from him print, okay, he is very fast. If you order on Monday, if you placed an order on Monday, you would probably get it Thursday. He is very quick. One of the reasons why, he does all his printing in-house. He doesn't have anybody do the printing for him. He does it himself. And he can make changes in case of mistakes, which he has made before, but he's always taking care of them for me. Chambliss on it first, 2 outs. Let's see if anything happening on the bases. That 10 says a no. Perry will pitch. 2-4. Home run with a question mark. That's not what you want. That's a home run with a question mark. Nettles a lefty. A 1-16. That passes. Against a righty, Nettles is a 20. We don't have to roll. Kaboom! High, deep, gone. Into the left field stands. Greg Nettles hits his second home run of the game. Stadium groans. Ugh. Greg Nettles gets his second home run of the game. Gaylord Perry, this time that was Perry's fault, as he pitched him a meatball, and Greg Nettles turned that into lasagna. That is gone. Oh, boy, 2 homers for Nettles today. 4-2 Yankees now. And here's Oscar Gamble. Gamble is 0 for 2. And Perry knew as soon as he let that ball go, he knew the only place that was going was into the left field stands. Perry will pitch. 6-1. That's blank. Gamble will swing. 2-4. And that is a fly out to right. And the inning is over. 2 runs for the Yankees on 2 hits. A 2-run jack by Greg Nettles. His second homer of the game. Bottom of the 6th coming up. And leading off for the Rangers will be Jeff Burrows. Burrows is 0 for 2. Mouth breathers cheer. Civilized people groan. Figueroa will pitch. It kind of tells you how many Yankee haters we have in the chat. Figueroa will pitch. 3-6. That's blank. Burrows will swing. 3-1. Single to right field for Burrows. He gets a base hit. Burrows will trot down to first. We are, of course, using red, white, and blue for the Rangers, for dice, since the Rangers are the home team. So Burrows is on first after a base hit. And now here comes Toby Harrah, the All-Star MVP. He's 1 for 2 with a couple RBIs. Oh, we got another Reds. Oh, BB's a Reds fan. We have another Reds fan here. Oh, boy. Another Reds fan. So he can join Dave Little. He can join Brandon Baker. He can join Philip Reynolds. Another Reds fan. Burrow's on it first. Let's see if anything happening on the strat. That is a 6. Nothing happening. Figueroa will pitch. 6-3. That's an automatic out. Star 3. That's a ground out to second. Let's see if it's a double play. 3, 2, 3. Shortstop for the Yankees. Mason is a 0. 1-3. Yes, they turn the double play. 2 outs. 4-6-3 double play. Twin killing. And Bob's Tabletop Sports for 1970 seasons. And if you didn't know, BB, I'm a Mets fan, so I got my Mets. 4-6-3, but that is 2 outs. Now here's Roy Howell, who will come up to bat. He struck out twice. Figueroa with the pitch. That is, oh, no, actually, that's a, don't need the strat here. 2-6, walk plus 10. That will walk Howell. Howell will trot down to first. So this time, Howell gets a walk. He'll go to first. And the next batter will be Joe Lahoud. He is 0 for 2. Anything happening on the bases? A 2. Nope. A hit and run is available, but not with 2 outs. Figueroa will pitch. 2-1. Range play at the park. Arlington Stadium says 2-5. That's a ground ball to first. Ground ball to first base to Chambliss. The infield is back, so his range is a 4. No, it's going to get past him. Is that going to be a single or a double? That's going to be a base hit, a single. Howell's base running rating's a 2 with 2 outs is a 3. And that just becomes a single. That becomes a single 3 because that's a grounder. So that's going to put Howell to third easily. And Lahoud has a base hit. Gets it right past Chambliss, a 1-4, but he couldn't make it. So that's a base hit. On a grounder range play, if it's a single, on a grounder range play, if it's a single, I call that an S3, not an S7 or S9 to the outfield. That's a single through the infield. The only way I have a single 7 or a single 9 is on a failed line out. That's not through the infield. So runners at the corners now with 2 outs. A chance for Dave Moats to try to get a run in here for the Rangers. Moats is 0 for 2. See if anything happening on the bases. That 18 says no. Figueroa will deal. That's a 4-5. Strikeout 16. Way too high. Moats will swing. 6-2. Star 4. It's a ground ball to third. And the throw is going to go to second to get Lahoud. And that will end the inning. No runs, 2 hits, a big double play and a walk. But after 6, the Yankees are leading 4-2. Does everyone here remember this 76 season? I remember back to 74. I was young. I was still living in New York. And I was still living in New York in 1976, BB. Didn't know much about baseball at the time, but I did know the Yankees lost to the Reds in 76. I was going to kindergarten. I think I was kindergarten, I think. Yeah, but I do remember the 76 season. My decade really is the 80s. That's my decade. My decade is the 80s. Brandon Baker joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Another Reds fan. Lots of Reds fans. And I got no problem with the Reds. Because I was born, they were born in 1970. Yeah. Because I was born in 1969, the year the Mets won the World Series. I'm an 80. I'm more partial to 80s. But when it comes to seasons, I'll play any baseball season. I don't care what season. Top of the 7, 4-2. In favor of the Yankees. Gaylord Perry will continue to pitch. Let's see if he's tired. He's not tired yet. Gaylord Perry will pitch to Sandy Alomar. Alomar is 0 for 1. 0 for 1. Perry will go ahead and pitch. 1-4. That's a range play. Alomar swings 5-1. That's a grounder to second. And that's hit to Randall. His range is a 2. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. He can't get it way out of his range. And Alomar will get to first on a single. Leadoff base hit for the Yankees. And that will bring up Jim Mason. Mason bunted his last time up. The infield is halfway. Let's see if he tries it again. Nope, that 4 means no. But Alomar does have a chance to steal. But I'm going to go ahead and call that off. So, because Perry has a very good move. So, no, I'm going to let Mason hit away. Dr. Pepper joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Perry will go ahead and pitch. And that's a 2-6. Range play again. Mason, 5-5. That's grounded to first. That's hit to Hargrove. His range is a 2, but the infield is halfway. His range is a 1. Yes, he's got it. What a play by Hargrove. Does he turn the double play? 2, 1, 2. Shortstop is Hara -1. The only way they'll turn the double play is on a 1. Nope. Alomar is going to be out at second. Mason makes it to first, and there's one away on the fielder's choice. One out, and here is Mick the Quick. Infield still halfway. Check the strat. An 8. Nothing happening here. Perry will pitch. 6-2. That's an error on a grounder. Mickey Rivers swings 2-6. And that's a pop out to first. So obviously no error there. And that is out number 2. 2 down for Roy White. White is 1 for 3. Mason on at first. See if anything happening on the bases. 11 says no. Perry will pitch. 5-6. That's a blank. Right swings away. 2-5. Fly out to left. Inning over. So no runs. 1 hit for the Yankees. As they strand a base runner. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have the 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. And our next game tomorrow will be for July 17th. And we will feature the greatest baseball team in history. No, it's not the Cincinnati Reds or the New York Yankees. It's my New York Mets. Tomorrow night, it will be Steeler fans, Astros, the Houston Astros, taking on the New York Mets as we stay with the New York teams for one more day. It'll be Joaquin Andujar for the Astros and Tom Terrific Seaver for the Mets at Shea Stadium. And we all know what kind of a game Seaver had the last time he pitched there. He was a strikeout machine. So that's what we got tomorrow night. It will be the Astros and the Mets on RJL 518. I will also tell you right now that for Memorial Day, I will not stream a baseball game. There will not be a baseball game for Memorial Day. I will not. That's a holiday. So I'll go ahead and I'll give everybody the night off. I may do a quick game of hockey or something. a game of hockey or appa hockey or something, or inside the crease. But no baseball game for that night for Memorial Day. So, and as I do that, of course, because it's the holiday, and of course to remember the men who have fallen for us in the history of the nation. So no streaming on Memorial Day, at least for baseball. Bottom of the seventh, Yankees lead 4-2. Let's see what Figueroa. Figueroa is still pretty strong. He's still pretty strong here. Let's see who leads off. Leading off for the Rangers is going to be Bill Fahey. Fahey got a double his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Figueroa with the pitch. 6-6. That's an error. Fahey will swing. 2-3. That's a ground ball to first base. That is hit to Chambliss. His error rating is a 4. That's a 16. He's got it. He throws to Figueroa covering the bag, and that's out number 1. So G3-1. That'll bring up Gene Clines. Clines is 1 for 3, has a double in the game. 1 out. Figueroa will pitch. 2-3. That is a blank against a right-handed pitcher, which he is. Clines will swing. 6-3, star 2, and he flies out to shallow center for the second out. Figueroa has also, he has definitely calmed down since the first inning. He's only allowed 4 hits since then. Here's Lenny Randall. Randall is 0 for 2, has a walk. Figueroa with the pitch, 5-2, strikeout, 14, no. Randall will swing, 2-1, ground out to short, throw goes to first, inning over, another 1-2-3 inning for Figueroa. The Yankees still lead 4-2 after 7. We go to the top of the 8th. Let's see, Gaylord Perry. Let's see how many batters he's got left. 27, 8, 9, 31. Perry's got 2 more batters before tiring. And let's see, leading off is Thurman Munson. They're going to let Perry pitch to Munson, although the Ranger bullpen is ready to go. Perry will pitch. That's a 2-4. That's a home run question mark. Munson a righty, a 1-17. That 2 passes. Against a righty, Munson needs a 9. A 1-9, Munson goes ahead and gets one out of here, and it is gone. High, deep, gone. Home run, Thurman Munson off of Gaylord Perry. And that one over the center field fence. Stadium groans. Ugh. Thurman Munson, a solo jack, as he sends this one out of here. And it is now 5-2 Yankees. And now the batter is Chambliss. Chambliss is 1 for 3. And they are going to let Perry pitch to him. Nose breathers groan. Chambliss is 1 for 3. So this will probably be Perry's last inning no matter what. He'll pitch to Chambliss. That's a 5-6. That's a blank. Chambliss will swing. 5-3. Star 4. Ground out to third. So out number 1. Next batter is Carlos May. And that's going to be it for Perry. So he will come out. And the Rangers will go to the bullpen. And let's see who they're going to bring out to pitch. They need a lefty, so let's see here. Coming on to pitch for the Rangers will be Joe Horner. No wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, a 5.14 ERA. Joe Horner will come out and pitch to Carlos May as Perry leaves the game. And Horner can only pitch about 4 batters, so I'm going to mark that. Here's May. May's the DH. He is 0 for 2. Horner will pitch. 4-5. That's an error. May will swing. 1-5. That's a line drive to first base. That's not going to be an error. The only way it can have an error on a line out is if there's runners on base. So a line out to first. Hargrove puts it away. Out number 2. Because you cannot have errors on lineouts unless there's a throwing error. It would be a throwing error, runner on base. And here is Greg Nettles, and he gets some boos from the Arlington Stadium crowd. Nettles, 3 for 3 with 2 homers today and a single. Horner knows he's got to be careful with him. Pitch, 4-1, strikeout 6, got him. He gets Nettles on a K. And that will end the inning. No run, 1 run on 1 hit, a solo shot by Thurman Munson. Bottom of the 8th, 5-2 Yankees. Let's see, Figueroa can pitch to 32 batters. Let's see, 9, let's see here. Leading off for the Rangers is Mike Hargrove. Mike Hargrove is 1 for 3, single and reached on an error. Mike Hargrove talking to the girl in the stands. Still talking to the girl in the stands. Now another girl comes up to him. He pulls out his notebook, goes ahead and gives it to her, gets the phone number. The other girl gets a little mad at that. Now there's a fight in the stand. Between the girls for Mike Hargrove. And Hargrove right now is just laughing his butt off. The umpire says, "Get your butt over here and play." Hargrove now steps in the batter's box while the 2 girls in the stands are yelling at each other. Don't know what they're saying. Oh, I do know what they're saying, but I can't. I can't make this presentation R-rated. Figueroa will pitch. 6-3. That's an automatic out, just like that. That's a star 4 and a ground out to third. I only do those kind of things for Mike Hargrove. Where's Morgana? Yeah, exactly, right? Here's Jeff Burrows. Burrows is 1 for 3. Had a single his last time up. Figueroa, 4-5. Strikeout, 19. Nope. Figueroa, Burrows, 1-5. He grounds out to short. 2 down. And now here's Toby Hara. Chaz Sexington joins us here at Arlington Stadium. Made it in time to see the girl fight in the stands. Cool. Hara's 1 for 3, has a 2 RBI single. Figueroa will pitch. 2-4. That's a range play. Hara will swing. 1-2. That's a ground ball to third. That is hit to Nettles. Nettles' range is a 5. But he'll get that one with no problem. And he throws to first to retire the side. So a 1-2-3 inning on the Rangers. And it stays 5-2 after 8. Top of the 9th inning coming up. Let's see. Leading off is Oscar Gamble. And Gamble is 0 for 3. Horner's going to pitch to him, lefty on lefty. Horner will pitch. 1-4. Wild pitch. Ball 1. Do it again. 5-5. That's a base hit right up the middle for Gamble. Horner makes a mistake, leaving off of the plate, and Gamble gets a leadoff single. He'll go to first. First hit of the game for Gamble. And now here's Sandy Alomar. Alomar is 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. Did get a walk. Gamble on it first. Question is Horner going to pitch to Alomar? And the answer is no. Horner's going to come out. So the Rangers will go to the bullpen. The infield is halfway. So let's see who the Rangers want to bring in. And they're going to go with Steve Foucault. Steve Foucault will pitch to Sandy Alomar. 8 wins, 8 losses, 5 saves, a 3.33 ERA. Foucault will be the third Ranger pitcher. Gamble on it first. The infield is halfway. There is no strat roll, so Foucault will pitch. 4-3. That's a home run chance. Alomar against the righty, though, is a 0. So Alomar has no chance on a home run against Foucault there. But Alomar does get to swing. That's a 4-6. And he does get a base hit to right. Single for Alomar. Gamble's base running rating's a 3. Single to right. +2 is a 5. Right fielder Burrows +2 is a 7. There's not going to be a throw. Gamble automatically makes third. Alomar safe at first. So Sandy Alomar gets a base hit to right. And now here's Jim Mason. Mason is 0 for 3. They're going to let him bat. You're up by 3 runs. There's no need to do anything here. Nobody out here, top of the 9th. The infield's going to be brought halfway. Is going to be brought halfway. Not sure if I'm going to send Gamble or not. They're going to look for a double play still. Foucault will pitch to Mason. Let's see if anything. Pitch to Mason. There's no strat roll. 2-1 against the lefty. That's a blank. Mason swings. 3-5. That's a fly ball to right field. Now that's out number 1. Mason's sacrifice fly rating is a 3. And no, he won't bring in Gamble that way. Gamble's base running rating is a 3. Fly ball to right is a 3. Fly ball to right. Burrows is a +2 arm. So a 1-5, Gamble scores. He does. He comes in on the sacrifice fly. So he will come on home easily, and the Yankees now lead 6-2. As a run comes in to score, and that is now a sacrifice fly for Mason. 1 out, but now a 6-2 Yankee lead. Here's Mick the Quick. Mickey Rivers is 1 for 4. Foucault will pitch. 2-6. That's a walk. 17. No, Rivers did not walk much that year. 6-3 for Rivers. Line drive right to short. That's caught by Hara. In order to get Sandy Alomar out, he needs to be out. He needs to roll a 1. And he does. He has it. Hara gets the line out, throws to first, and barely gets Alomar doubled off. He got him. Side retire, double play. L3-1. L6-1. L6-3. L6-3 double play. Inning over. The only way he could have gotten Alomar was on a 1, and that's what he got. What a play by Hara. It gets them out of the inning, but the Yankees did put a run on the board. So 1 run on 2 hits, a sacrifice fly. Will we see some 9th inning magic? Bottom of the 9th, 6-2 Yankees. Roy Howell leads off for the Rangers. Ed Figueroa is tired. They're going to see if he can go the distance and finish the game out. Remember, this is 1976, not 2021. Howell is 0 for 2. He will bat. Figueroa will try to see if he can go the distance here. With a 4-run lead, why not? Figueroa will pitch. 4-3. Walk. 12. No. Howell will swing. 5-5. Double to right field for Roy Howell. He gets a double. And a leadoff double for the Rangers. And he'll go to second. What? Did you expect a 1-2-3 closing inning in RJL 5-1-8? I think not. Roy Howell gets a leadoff double. And the next batter is Joe LaHowe. We'll see a pinch hitter for him, but I think we're going to see. So right now, I think we're going to see a new pitcher for the Yankees, as that's going to be for Figueroa. And that will be done for him. The Yankees are not going to take any chances. So Figueroa coming out. And coming on to pitch for the Yankees is going to be Sparky Lyle. So Lyle coming out to pitch. 7 wins, 8 losses, 23 saves, 2.26 ERA. Not really a save situation yet, but Sparky Lyle is going to be called upon to try to close the game out. Joe LaHoud is going to come back. They're going to bring him back to the bench. He is the designated hitter, so they can bring in anybody else they want to bring in. Coming on to pinch hit is going to be Tom Grieve. Tom Grieve will pinch hit against Lyle. 255 average, 20 homers, 81 RBIs. So here's Sparky Lyle with that mustache of his. Tom Grieve will also take over at DH. Howell on at second. Bottom of the ninth, 6-2. Remember the last time we had a game where there was a huge lead in the ninth inning? We all know what happened there, right? Lyle will pitch. 1-2. Strikeout 9. Yep, got him. He strikes out Tom Grieve, and that is out number 1. Next batter is Dave Moats. Moats is in center field, and I think we're going to see a pinch hitter from Moats also. So Moats is going to come back, and taking over in center field and pinch hitting will be Juan Beniquez. Juan Beniquez will pinch hit, 255 average, no homers, 33 RBIs. He'll go up against Sparky. 1 out. The infield, of course, is normal. There is no strat roll, of course. Lyle will go ahead and pitch. 6-1. That's a walk plus 10, and that 16 will walk Beniquez. He will go to first. He walks him. And now the tying run is on deck. Here's the catcher, Bill Fahey. He bats 250. He's going to swing. Now the infield is halfway. So runners at first and second now here, 6-2. Fahey is got a double in this game. He's 1 for 3. Lyle getting ready to pitch. Fans here at Arlington would like to see a good comeback. Here's the pitch from Lyle, 3-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Fahey will swing, 5-6, star 5, and that is a ground ball to third. Where was that hit? That is towards the line. If double play would force, it would go 5-3. So let's see if they get the double play. 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. There's no pivot, so it's a straight 5. A 1-5. A 1-5. This ball game is over. It's a 6. No. It's a 6. So Howell will make third as the runners will advance. The only play was the first base. And Fahey is out. They cannot turn it. A 1-5 and you roll a 6. And the inning still alive as the runners advance. So the only play was the first base. There are now 2 outs. And that will give Gene Kleins a chance to get the game continued. He is 1 for 4. He has a double. Runners at second and third. They're not going to walk Kleins. You don't bring the tying run to the plate. So Lyle will go ahead and pitch to Kleins. 6-2. Rangers trying to stay alive. Pitch from Lyle. 3-6. That's a blank. Kleins will swing. 4-5. Ground ball to second base. Up with it is Alomar. He's got it. Pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The Yankees win. Yankees win. The Yankees win. They beat the Rangers 6-2 tonight. And all Yankee haters in the chat, barf. Blech. Don't go away. Final line score and the 10-minute ticker coming right up. No runs and 2 hits in that inning. For the Yankees, 6 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error. For the Rangers, 2 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Ed Figueroa comes away with the win, pitched a beautiful game. Gaylord Perry winds up with the loss. Sparky Lyle does get the save. He does get the save for the game, so the Yankees get a 6-2 win over the Rangers tonight. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. I know everybody's missed the 10-minute ticker because they all want to see how their go. So if you're still with me here is the 10-minute ticker that I use. This is called FastScore, and this is available from Replay Baseball. And what this is a complete schedule of the games with the pitchers and their calculations, all right, for each game. So every game here, all right, is listed. All you have to do with this is print these out and roll dice. That's all. It was designed as you could play a whole season in maybe a few hours, but you could go ahead and use it as background if you don't want to use a baseball a baseball game like Out of the Park or Action PC Baseball, which I do have. I use Action to get the rosters correct for every game, all right? And you use this scoring chart, and I'll go ahead and give you an example. So let's see. So we know the Yankees won this game 6-2. So I'll give you an example here, all right? California taking on Baltimore. California has a 1 and Baltimore has an 8. Jim Palmer pitched this game on the 15th. California had Gary Ross. California has a 1. You check the chart. And the 1 here is here. So you roll 2 dice. One should be different color. And these dice will tell you what the score will be for that team. So California had a 1. They roll a 51, and that is going to be 3 runs for the Angels. The Orioles have an 8. So we check the 8. And usually the higher the number, the better the chance to win. But you can still lose. So Baltimore has an 8. We roll a 32. And that is a 3 as well. So this is actually a tie. But we now go to extras. Extra innings uses a clutch format for each season. And every season is rated. They have like from 1950 all the way to today and some old dead ball seasons. So California has a clutch rating of 3. So you roll 1 die, and that's a 3 in green, so you add. So 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay? Baltimore has a 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. California had the 8. Baltimore has the 7. I usually just add the difference to the team that lost. So Garrett to the team that won. So California will win this game 4-3. This is how I use it. So no AI, no gamey AI, nothing like that. Everything is all cards and dice. Milwaukee taking on the White Sox. Milwaukee with a 7. 45, and that's going to be 4 runs. The White Sox have an 8. 15, and that is 1 run. And Milwaukee will win the game. Oakland takes on the Tigers. Vita Blue on the mound. Oakland has a 13. 65. That's 9 runs for the Athletics. Detroit is just bad this year. They have a 3. 35, and that's just going to be 2 runs, and Oakland will pound them. Boston in a doubleheader against the Kansas City Royals. Boston has an 11. Game 1. 22, and that is 2 runs. The Royals have a 13. 15, and that is 2 runs. So we have extra innings here. Game me dice. Every time Steeler fans Astros, it's always rigged. Boston's clutch is a -2. So a 3 minus 2 is a 1. Kansas City's clutch is a 0. That's a 4. So I'm going to give 3 runs to Kansas City. They will win that game 5-2. Game number 2, Boston has a 12. 51, and that's a good roll. That's 5. Kansas City also has a 12. 64, they're going to win that. That's 8. Kansas City sweeps a doubleheader from the Red Sox. Cleveland taking on Minnesota. Cleveland a 13. 54, and that is 6 runs. Minnesota has a 15. 12, yeah, and that's just going to be a 1. So Cleveland beats the Twins. Yankees game 2 of this doubleheader. Catfish Hunter is on the mound for the Yankees. They have a 13. 32, and that is 4. Texas has an 8. 14, and that's going to be 1. And the Yankees will take both games from the Rangers. Montreal taking on the Reds. The Expos have a 4. 52, and that is 4 runs for the Expos. The Reds have a 15. 54, and they're going to win with that one easily. That's 7, and that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs taking on the Dodgers. Cubs have a 4. 61, that is 5 runs for the Cubs. The Dodgers have a 10. 55, and that is 6 runs for the Dodgers. The Dodgers will beat the Cubs. Astros and the Mets. Steeler fans team against mine. J.R. Richard pitching for the Astros. The Astros have a 4. 42, that's 3 runs. Jerry Kuzman on the mound for my Mets. They have a 6. A 42, I need a 33 or higher to tie or win. 26, no 6. That's going to be 2 runs, and the Astros will beat my Mets there. Atlanta taking on Pittsburgh. Atlanta has a 7. 24, and that is 2. And by the way, that Mets-Astros game was rigged. Pittsburgh with a 12. 24, and that is 3 runs. Pittsburgh will beat the Braves. Cardinals and the Padres. Cardinals have a 10. 11, that's 0. Padres have a 12. 12 as well, and that's just that's a 1, and the Padres will beat the Cardinals 1-0. Philadelphia taking on the Giants. Phillies have a 13. 42, and that is 5 runs. The Giants have a 4. 12, that is 1 run, and the Phillies will beat the Giants. Moving on to July 16th, I play every other day, BB, every other day, and the games I choose are not totally random. I actually make sure every team is shown in every block of schedule. California taking on Baltimore. California has a 2. 54, and that is 4 runs. Baltimore has an 8. 51, and that is 4 runs, so we got extras there. California, a 3 plus 2 is 5. Baltimore, 2 plus 3 is 5. Baltimore is the home team. It's a tie, but Baltimore is the home team. They win this, so the home team wins on a tie. So 5-4 Baltimore. Milwaukee taking on the White Sox. Milwaukee has a 12. 22, and that is 2. White Sox have a 7. 43, and that's a 4. They'll beat the Brewers. Oakland taking on Detroit. The Bird on the mound for the Tigers. Oakland with a 5. 32, that's 2 runs. Detroit has a 6. 65, that's going to be 7, and the Tigers will win that one against Oakland. Boston, another doubleheader. Boston has another doubleheader against Kansas City. Game 1, Fergie Jenkins on the mound, and that is a 13. How about this, guys? A doubleheader one day and a doubleheader the next day. That doesn't happen anymore in today's baseball, unless you got to make it a 7-inning game, which is ridiculous. Boston with a 13. 41, and that is 5 runs. Kansas City has a 10. 65, that's 8 runs. Kansas City will win that one. Boston game 2 has a 10. 34, that's 3. The Royals have an 11. 65, they're going to win 8. The Royals sweep the Red Sox Again, the Royals have won 4 straight on Boston. They won both doubleheaders. Cleveland taking on Minnesota. Cleveland has an 11. I know Salvador America is not going to be happy about that. 21. Cleveland 11, 21, and that is 2 runs. Minnesota has a 12. 11. That's going to be a 0, and Cleveland will beat the Twins. Yankees taking on Texas. Yankees have a 9. 23, and that is 2. The Rangers have a 10 with Blyleven on the mound. 43, and that's going to give them a win. The Rangers will beat the Yankees. Yankees take a rare loss. Montreal taking on the Reds. The Expos have a 4. 55, that's 4 runs. The Reds have a 17. 53, and that is 7 runs. And another win goes to the Reds. Cubs taking on the Dodgers. Cubs have a 6. 14, and that is 1 run. The Dodgers have a 12. 14, and that is 2 runs. The Dodgers will go ahead and win that one. Astros and the Mets. Astros have Larry Dirk on the mound. The Astros have a 5. 54, and that is 4 runs. My Mets have a 9. I need a 36 or higher to tie or win. I get a 52. There we go. That's going to be a 5, and my Mets will give me a happy recap. Atlanta playing Pittsburgh. Atlanta has a 10. And that is 42, and that is 4. I know Steeler fan, of course, will say rigged. Pittsburgh has an 11, 12, and that is 1. That's actually good. The Mets gain a game on the Pirates, so Atlanta will win that game 4-1. Cardinals at the Padres. Cardinals have a 5. 55, and let's see, that is 5 runs. The Padres have an 8, 25, and that is 2. And the Cardinals will beat the Padres. Philadelphia and the Giants. Phillies have a 15, 26, and let's see, that is 4 runs. The Giants have a 6. 12 ain't going to cut it. That's going to be 0, and the Phillies will beat the Giants. That is your 10-minute ticker tonight. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll be at Shea Stadium as the Houston Astros will take on the New York Mets. Joaquin Andujar against the franchise, Tom Seaver. And that should be a great game at Shea Stadium for tomorrow. So don't miss that game. That should be fun, of course. Steeler fan, Brian Patterson, Brandon Baker, BBBB, Michael Peterson, let's see here, Bob's Tabletop Sports, Tribe fan, Chaz Sexington, Dr. Pepper, let's see here, Mike's Basement Media Productions, B.R. Wells, Baseball Demos. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out through the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and ring that bell so you know when I'm online, you will be notified. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong, and we'll see you guys next time. It is the Yankees over the Rangers tonight, 6-2. We'll see you guys later. Take care.